gotta time that smile exactly right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our writer wind down. So this is a new series, and I'm joined by a lovely guest to kick it off. Say hello, Melissa, everybody.
Hello, friends.
Yay! So, Melissa Ike, can you give us a little intro about your channel so that we know we need to hop on over and subscribe before we get started in our wind down?
Sure. I'm going to speak in soothing tones. I have to make a conscious effort to do so, as it is the wind down. Can I say a funny thing? So before I talk about my channel, my all-time favorite TV show is Parks and Recreation. The main character, Leslie Knope, is someone I relate to a lot. She kind of bullies a few people, which I don't think I do, but other stuff I really relate to. One time she's running for public office and there's a scandal. And her campaign advisors are like, we're going to sort this out. Just take a beat, take a breath, give it a few days, just simmer down. This is not the exact quote, but she's like, take a beat, take a breath, simmer down. I don't do any of those things. It's kind of my energy. And I'm really trying to be like, this is Margaret's wind down. I can be calm. My channel is at this point not regular like some people, but you can subscribe to me. I love leading sprints. Sometimes I will do, it's hard for me to schedule regular sprints, but I will schedule long days because if I can dedicate a day to something, I can get a lot done in a chunk of time. So if you are interested in that kind of thing, I will do them a few times a year. Maybe when this busy summer season is done, I'll do some more throughout the fall, but I would love for people to join me. I'll go like 10, 12 hours sometimes. So it's plenty of time to hop in and hop out whenever is convenient for you.
Yes. And since she didn't mention it, Melissa has a fantastic personal project that she's working on that involves, I'm going to say you're writing the things, but it's for like a course or it's for, a course for consulting. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
So,
yes. So a lot of what I end up doing sort of naturally for people is coaching on how to balance productivity with well-being. I call it like sustainable productivity.
Which is why you're the perfect guest for today.
Okay, wonderful. Because I've been in that place where it controlled my life and I ground myself into dust. I mean, I went to law school and I practiced law, I founded a nonprofit. Those are all great things, but I did not take care of my mental health. I still want to achieve a lot. So I just kind of end up talking about that kind of stuff naturally. And it was requested of me to do like a consulting workshop. And the more I tell people about it, they're like, I would like to participate. So that's what I'm trying to work on in my free time. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you, Margaret, for mentioning.
Yeah. So intro to the series. You may remember that 2023, last year, I did an August series as well. I kicked off Fireside Chats, and that was all about building the creative fire, getting fired up, getting energized to do creative work. This is sort of the counterpart, the opposite, the yin to the yang, literally. And we're here to encourage people at the end of the day to like take stock and either reflect on the day, get happy about what you've accomplished, or look forward to plan your next day and feel prepared for what's coming. So you can do either of those things. We're going to have like a 30-minute quiet period. I'm not going to call it a sprint, but there will be a timer. And so that's what we're going to structure this around. We'll both talk about projects and plans and hopes and techniques for winding down, but also have like a little bit of time for people to work on something and then discuss. So if you've got questions or comments about your wind down routine, pop it in the chat. And then I want to say hello to everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
So Eva was here. She dropped a link at Laura's live stream as it ended. Perfect timing. Thank you, Eva. Oh, and I noticed that you changed Just Eva to Eva Tian. So congratulations on the rebrand. Didn't expect to see a late stream, but was pleasantly surprised. I only just woke 45 minutes or an hour ago. Been sleeping all day. July wind down. Yeah, the whole month is just draining from your limbs. I can hear that. Anita A.F. Stewart is here. And we got another wave. We got Morgan Lee in the house, author JC Carpenter, who just launched a book yesterday. So if you're interested, The Weight of Her, I don't know, literary fiction, women-focused fiction, definitely going to be a winner and my TBR soon. Eva's got your back here with the subscribe. Yay! And we've got a Jocelyn Carter in the house. Hello.
Many unicorns and cowboys to you, Jocelyn. That's what I always say when she hops in.
I love the tradition. Yep. Eva says, I've wound down all day long. Legit. Grandkids went home today. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, staying in the present. It's a good skill as well. Sometimes you gotta juggle those skills. So, question of the day, we're asking about techniques for wind down. So I'll just put that in the chat. You were talking about balancing energies, sort of, to take care and have self-care. Do you have any specific strategies you recommend or sort of more comprehensive that you might recommend to people?
Well, I was telling Margaret before we started, I'm not super great at winding down. It is not my natural inclination. My natural inclination is to go, crash. And I'm like, that's really not sustainable. I've been working on this for years. Still not great. But
better.
But better. We were talking about how we have a timer that we're using tonight, not really a sprint. And I was telling her that I will use sprints, so to speak, even in the evening when I'm really tired and I'm like, I gotta go to bed, but I still gotta I have hard contact lenses. That's a whole deal and process. Taking care of my teeth, like those last few tasks, nighttime stretches that I have to do. When I'm exhausted, I will end up staying up later because I don't have the energy to freaking go to bed. It just doesn't make sense. So I will use sprints and I'll be like, okay, I will do one of these things in 5 minutes. And I set little timers, my phone, or I was saying my Alexa, so I don't set her off.
I know, I was going to say.
Right. But that really helps me. It will get me into bed and might not seem like a wind down, but I'm not like scurrying about. I'm specifically like keeping lights low, trying to ease into those things, but it gives me just enough of like mental focus to actually do the things I need to do to end the day.
Nice. Yeah, lights down. I've noticed, especially in the summer when it's so hot during the day, I go to bed. I have gone to bed much later when it's hot because it takes longer to cool down, and I really need like cool air to feel like I can go to bed. Otherwise, I'm just like, like restless and uncomfortable. Yeah. So doing things like, I mean, I don't recommend every night as the last thing you do, but like I had ice cream right before this, as I said in the chat, and especially mint and chip, like the minty menthol action is cooling, as well as the fact that it's cold because it's ice cream. And so I do that for headaches, and I do that a little bit if I'm like not cool enough yet to sort of start the sequence in the evening. So
yeah, like kind of almost like tricking yourself, tricking your body into being like, yeah, I am cooler, aren't I?
Yes. I have a whole routine with the one fan in the apartment and the windows and the curtains to like get airflow. So that has been like a thing that I'm constantly calibrating and ratcheting on.
Oh, right.
And what else did I make notes of? So the one thing I'm really bad at is not phoning right before I go to bed, like looking at the screen, whatever bad light for my brain. And so I would say, do as I say, not as I do. Like try to give yourself some space, some buffer between when you're on your phone or watching things on a screen and when you're closing your eyes to go to sleep. And you were saying you use other timers sometimes if you're trying to like stop the phone usage at a certain
point. Well, you made me think of one thing. I, for years, had a timed blue light filter that would pop up. That I have a blue. What's that?
What's a blue light filter? Is it something for your computer screen?
It is, but it's built in. It's kind of like just the temperature, so to speak, of your screen. I can set it on my phone, and I have it on my computer screen right now too, because it's the blue light that messes with you the most. taking a break from phone and screen altogether, much better idea. But for years now, I just have it on most of the time now. So my phone screen is like yellowish. And then at night, I'll kind of bump up the intensity. So it's almost, your brain adjusts and it doesn't look orangey, but like the comparison makes it warmer. So it's supposed to be a little bit better than just the straight up blue light. And now that I'm used to it, I have it on my computer screen all the time too. Like not the straight up blue light, some kind of, or night light, they call it. But as far as other timers, I'll use Alexa or even my oven timer to help with that.
An app you put on, or is it like a setting selection?
It should be a setting now. I used to have to, but 10 years ago, I had to have an extra app, and it would just
10 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know for sure because when I started using it, I lived in another city, and so that was an app. But now the phones should have it. My computer also has it built in. Something to think about. Yeah.
I never knew that part. Anita said, I could use a wind down. It's been a day and a week. And she's in Eastern time zone, so it's already after 10 for her. So she definitely needs a wind down sequence. Eva says, unfortunately, I'm like Melissa with perhaps faster crash times. Yeah. And Anita says, I try to have a wind down routine, not always successful. I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm usually reading something for bed. It's probably like 5 out of 6 nights I'm reading. Oh, I just got a mosquito bite. Okay, now I'm gonna try not to touch my knee. Sorry, that's not a calm, soothing. Stop.
No, it's not.
Stop scratching. So I've at various points put on pictures on social media about the stack because I'm usually reading several books at a time and I go back and forth. And so I usually choose one whose subject matter is like soul cheering. Like the one I'm reading now is Light Rains Sometimes Fall. It's someone's sort of pandemic journal of observing birds, trees, nature in his little corner of East London, I think. And it's lovely. And so that's a really great, like, quieting down and calming book. So I usually do like a chapter or 2 of that at night. And that is one, I think, of the most trained reactions in me is that, if I'm reading in bed, my system is going, okay, we're slowing down. And like it works pretty well. So
almost like a Pavlovian thing, like you've really trained yourself. That's a really good idea, Margaret.
Yeah. And I know that won't work for everyone. Sometimes reading, especially if you're reading something salacious or page turning, like that may be hard to put down. But Eva says, my bedroom has a sound machine, starry skies, lights. That sounds so cool. And no devices. A
fan.
Okay, points at my face. Yeah. 0 issue sleeping, even after sleeping all day long. That's a skill.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Anita says it's after 11. Atlantic. Shoot. See, I forgot.
So clear. You must be in Canada then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nova Scotia.
Oh, nice.
Leslie is here. Hi, Leslie. She says no wind down routine, just utter chaos 24/7. Oh man. Yeah, well, I've seen sometimes you will put like, I'm going to do this crazy thing until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I have to film a book review. I have to finish this book. And, I go, okay, I couldn't do it. Even when I was a high school kid, a college kid, I don't know that I've pulled an all-nighter.
Nope. I at least would get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep at least. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I guess I've done like a couple. I've done a couple hours of sleep, but like that's like twice in my career, like it's very rare. So I don't know how it affects a person if they're constantly doing that because your body adjusts. So maybe it expects that and it counters for it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Leslie's got a superpower. I don't know.
Maybe Leslie has a superpower.
Scout Derpy. Hello. I just listen to audiobooks, usually philosophy like Kant or Emerson, but lately it's been Hegel's Phenomenology.
Okay.
I'm not going to repeat the meme. I really, really want to. Do you know which meme I'm talking about?
No. It just made me think of high school debate. That's it.
Oh, philosophy.
Kant, Emerson, Hegel. Yeah. No, what's the meme? Do I need to look it up or?
You know what we really need is a feminine omenon. That's the one I'm thinking of, which is great.
Okay.
I don't know where it comes from. It's just on TikTok. So.
Okay.
Yeah, audiobooks can help. If I am sitting in bed listening to an audiobook, I'm there's like a nervous tension in me that I'm going to fall asleep and miss part of it and have to go back and find it. So that isn't relaxing for me. There's
when
a time.
when I do that, if I know that I'm about to drift off or something, I will take a screenshot of where I am in the book and then set it down. And then if I fall asleep, I know that if I go back to that point, I'll be able to figure out kind of where I left
these like, phone, click, movement.
Yep.
Is that what you do?
Kind of like a little bookmark almost.
Yeah. It would be helpful if the audiobooks formats had names and titles for the chapters and it wasn't all 24, 25, 26, 27. That is not helpful at all. But you know what? That is a more energetic topic for a rant type video, which is not what we're here for.
Margaret's got her next vlog topic.
Femininomenon.
Oh, it's a song.
It sounds like a kid's show when I hear it as a sample. So this is why I'm confused, because the other Chapel Roan or Chappelle Roan thing that I hear is very screamy. So I'm like, how do those two? Maybe they're just very avant-garde artists. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so that is our series. Those are our initial forays into trying to coax you into having a wind down routine for your own mental health. Are we ready to do our 30-minute session?
I'm ready.
All right. So I have a Laura Nettles timer. I'm going to position us a little different there. And one of the things I haven't gotten to, but which is on my mind, is planning videos for the next month. So that's going to be my, this is helping me settle down. I will know what I have and what I don't have to feel better about tomorrow. And when I have my productivity stream in the morning tomorrow for First Friday, I'll know, okay, this is the next one on the list. So I won't have to scattershot and look everywhere. How about you?
So given the weird week that I had, it will put my mind at ease to spend, I'm going to designate 10 minutes, see how I do, maybe bump it up to 12 to fly through some last work emails. Might not sound wind downish, but it will get it off my mind. Yeah. And then that's done. And so I'm going to do
it off your mind like a cat pushing something off a shelf. I love it.
Like where there's a mug and it's like, I don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do that. And then I do have my journal, which you can't tell, but this is embroidered. It's so nice.
Nice.
It's tactile. Anyway, I got this. So I will journal. I have a few options. I collected several items, and then I may also, it's just good to have it here. My second half of the year, second half of the year bullet journal. And so I might, if it ends up putting my mind, nice. Oh my God, I got one a few years ago. Margaret, I have one just like that. That was my 2021 color. I'll show it to you. I know right where it is. But I will, it might also help me to write down some things like for next week. So I've got several tools at my disposal for our 30 minutes.
Awesome. And I put Cat Paw's comment up, but I don't think I had said hello. So hi, Cat Paw. Nice to see you. All right. So I'll start our timer and give us some hopefully relaxing music, but not put you to sleep. So that's our goal. All right. So we'll see you in 30 minutes and chat about what we got done.
Nice.
Mute. It's me very awkwardly trying to use the radio button to fade the sound out. You're muted.
I said you nailed it. You totally nailed it.
And I love the way Laura Nettles' timer ended. Serenity.
I know, right? It's perfect.
You totally achieved it, right? How'd you do? How do you feel?
So serene. I don't know if I'm serene or not, but it was good. I did not get journaling done, but I feel much better about the stuff that I was able to get to. Previously I had wanted to tackle those emails before this, but I was just tired. I was eating dinner and just kind of chilling a little bit. So the fact that I got them done now makes me feel a lot better about moving the ball forward on stuff. So it was a good time. I do feel calmer. Doesn't seem like a calming activity, but it is.
Yeah. The caffeine met its like purpose in life. It got you through that last push from earlier today.
Definitely.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I think I did. I like must have clicked on a comment or something, and then I froze the timer. So we had a few comments about the timer, and
I happened to click on. I was like, "Oh, I gotta see how much time we have left," and it was right at that moment when everybody was like,
yeah.
Looks up.
I do not look up. I was concentrating. Cat Paw said, got ready for bed and that timer is still the same. I'm not that fast.
Did we go for longer than 30 minutes?
No, because I think when I noticed it that I was going to start it, it was 17. It may have been like a minute or two after. So I just said 17 plus 30 is 47 minus, okay, we have about 7 minutes left. And so that's what I changed it to. So
mathed it.
Was it within a minute or two? Yeah.
Okay.
So JC and Eva were trying to guide the plane in for me. We had a Lindsay Ewing scramble getting some words in before sleep. I love that. We were talking about getting stuff pushed off the shelf like a cat pushes a mug. But, if you could like tap, words, conk, that works too.
I really, really enjoyed that reenactment. Tappa, conk. Very effective.
What's funny is that especially when I'm running, I'll try to like get all the kinks out because I know I'm holding tension while I run because I'm not a relaxed runner. And I'll do this to try to expand the range of motion because my neck will get sore and it makes me like wobble when I'm walking. And I'm like, I'm sure people are getting a very wrong idea of my state right now. Can't control it. So Jocelyn says, no journaling done here. Well, what did you do instead? Maybe that was valuable as well. Yeah. Anita got some reading done. Excellent. Jocelyn said, I'm going to switch to outlining. All right.
Switch from what?
Switch from what? I know we're all curious. We're like, she was on TikTok. No shame.
World
judgment.
No.
We do want to know. As I said, I was looking at my schedule and trying to plan videos. So I got, I have 6 videos. I don't know what the topic is. I have a bunch of thumbnails to do. And I do feel a lot better as well about the list because I did send a few emails to people who I was following up with about being a guest on the show. So just to put the invitation out there, if anyone is in the evening looking for a wind down buddy and wants to listen to the soothing tones with me and help that, come out of their own mouth, drop me a line either on a YouTube post or wherever on socials. I have plenty of slots left open if you want to join me. Just like practice bringing the temperature down. Yeah. I wish I could like point a wand at the sky and, solve climate change. But for the moment, it's, mental temperature. We'll think of it that way.
Margaret, if you could figure out how to do that though, like that'd be pretty cool.
Yes. So I did send a couple emails, but it was mostly looking at, here's my little plan of videos. So like, here's the ones that are left. Yellow is, I don't know what it's going to be. Blue are the ones I have to record because I'm traveling. And the people who are going to be the guests, which is very exciting. So, and then I just started sketching out Sundays, which I didn't know what it was going to be, but turns out it's going to be a writer update. So you'll get to hear how I'm doing on my 30K in 30 days challenge.
Nice.
So yeah.
Do you feel kind of like more in control now?
Yes.
Like everything is a little more ordered and you have a handle on what needs to happen when?
Yes, a handle. It's kind of like you're playing blind man's bluff until you know what is immediately necessary, and that's not a good feeling. So.
No, it's not a good feeling. It brings a lot of peace to be like, okay, it's all laid out. I know exactly what I need to do and what I'm aiming for, instead of all being running wild in your head.
Does it bring serenity? Yes, it does.
So much serenity.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you've seen this joke as well, but one of the puns or, wordplay things that warms my heart about my memories of my grandparents is that my grandma had a pot holder that said round to it, Tuit, because people are always saying, as soon as I get around to it, I'll get it done.
Okay, that's cute.
So like getting a handle, what I picture is this pot holder that's like, well, you don't have that excuse now. You have around to it.
I love that visual. That's really cool. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Connection that we make. I love it. That's cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff. We found out Jocelyn was doing work stuff.
Okay. Same. Yep.
Cat Paw crocheting the edging of my Wednesday at 30 shawl. Might finish sometime this weekend.
Cool.
Wednesday at 30. Is that like a pattern name? I know they have like wild names sometimes, so maybe that's what that is.
Okay. That's a lot of work. A shawl. That's a big piece of crocheting right there. That's really cool. Good for you, Cat Paw.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me check. I asked if you had anything coming up, but you are more of a spurts and bursts kind of person. Like I am. Like there's a lot of stuff in a short period of time, and then like we need to go hibernate. So we don't have anything on the horizon. Is that correct?
No. So here's what I'm thinking though. So I run the fundraising for my nonprofit, and we have 17 grant applications due from August 1st through August 30th. And so we got the first round due. We turned everything that was due today or tomorrow in at least a day early. So that was a good feeling. And then, so that's quite a bit, but I do think we've got a handle on it. We're round to it. But I am feeling the pull. Summer is my hardest time of year mentally because of the heat and everything. And just like some other personal stuff that happens to take place in the summertime. But I really get excited for the end of August, and I can already feel mentally that I have that pull. And that's when I really want to write and create in those kinds of months. So I really feel like once I can get past this month work-wise and just being done with summer-wise, sorry to all the people who love summer. I think a lot of people in the authortube community are cooler weather people. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the anti-summer channel. You're free to
Everybody that I'm around, though, in real life is like, oh, summertime is going away. And I'm like, clamp down, Melissa. People are allowed to like what they like. So I would imagine I would have stuff coming up. But what's funny, Margaret? 2 things about your writer wind down. Number 1, you were like, I need more people to fill in. And I was like, oh, right. She's doing this every weekday of August. I can come to those and be in chat. It like just finally dawned on me in that moment. And I was like, oh, that's fun. That will be a really fun thing to do throughout August. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for leading them. It's going to be so fun in chat. And I wanted to say, I don't think you'll have any problem filling all of your time slots because everybody adores you. But should you need me to come back, I would come back because this was super fun.
Right. Yes. And I have the channel straight to you. So I don't have to like do the runaround like we do for karaoke.
That's right.
You haven't been to karaoke, right?
I have watched.
You've watched. Okay. But we have like you have to email us through social media so we know you're not a bot, because that one time we got a spammer on live and it was like not good. So
my gosh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Boo.
So that is one of my videos in August 10th, whatever the second Saturday is karaoke if anyone wants to join. But yeah, Cat Paw says, give me autumn, cooler weather. I agree. We're a, what is it, double hater? Whatever the parlance is these days. Yes. So that exactly what we want. We feel like we have a handle on it. And I hope, whatever baby steps or grand leaps and gestures, you have that same feeling tonight. Thank you for joining me, Melissa, to kick off the series. And I accomplished my aim.
You're welcome. I was like, that's hilarious timing.
Yes, we're wound down. We're feeling it's good.
It was the perfect thing. I am super wound down. Okay, thank you for inviting me, Margaret. So fun. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining, and I hope you got done what you will. I hope you enjoy a lovely rest of your evening and rest well. I was going to say children. Let's say friends. Rest well, friends. Bye.